I love you.
I whisper as a tear rolls down my cheek. I give my husband a kiss and close the casket. Life wouldn't be the same without him. Losing a husband unexpectedly when you're only 30 isn't something you'll ever be ready for. I don't know how my son is going to cope. At this point, though, I'm not sure a 3-year-old even fully realizes the situation. My husband was a hard-working man. He worked a little too hard, though. He worked hard enough to not pay attention to the sound of the cement truck backing up as it rolled over his body on the job site. Months moved on, turning from summer to winter. My son and I were doing our best to live a normal life. That is until I started noticing that things in my house were placed in different spots. I didn't move it, and my son wasn't tall enough to move it. I chopped it up to maybe I moved it and just forgot. But as time went on, more things were noticeably moved. It started off as things being moved around in the kitchen. Innocent moves. Until one night, I heard the sound of glass breaking. It startled me, and I immediately went to where the noise was. It came from my son's room. It was a picture of me and my husband. The picture was on the floor, and the glass in the picture frame was shattered. I cleaned it up and moved the picture into my room. The next day, I was putting my son's shoes away in his room, and I saw out of the corner of my eye the picture was placed on his bed. I know it wasn't my son who put it there. I know I didn't put it there. I didn't know how to explain it, but I was getting scared. The next day, my son was playing in his room, and I heard him let out a scream. I immediately ran in there, and he was sitting with his toys on the floor, crying. He said his back hurt, so I lifted his shirt and saw a giant red mark across his back. I asked him what happened. He said, "Dada did it." My throat instantly went dry, and I said,
What did you say?
He said, "Dada did it." I told him Daddy was gone, and it couldn't be him. I couldn't explain the weird things going on. I told my son to sleep in my room that night. In the middle of the night, I woke up to my son tapping on my arm around 2 a.m. I opened my eyes, and I said,
What's wrong, baby?
Right after I asked him, I immediately felt the air behind me get cold. My son turned pale and pointed behind me and said,
Dada.